Hey everyone. So I'm with the OSPO team at Mirantis. We contribute to projects ranging from AI to cloud. In this session, we are going to talk about K0s. It's a lightweight Kubernetes distribution. And we'll see what makes it advantageous for deploying it at edge. Also, we are going to understand what makes K0s so versatile, especially when we are moving towards edge. By that, I mean having computes close to where your data is. You can think of IoT, retail, and AI. These are latency-sensitive applications. And with the explosion of edge-enabled IoT devices, there is also a push to data sovereignty. You could think of drives like EU text sovereignty drives. So the benefits are apparent with that. So you get to save cost, bandwidth, and also you have privacy for your sensitive data. And this is just not an organizational problem. Even individuals face it too. So that's my friend Avinal, who created his own photo backup service. So his photos are at his home in a Raspberry Pi, totally in his control. Well, we are at a KubeCon. Let's talk about applications at scale. So when we have edge, it could be in a lamppost or at the bottom of the ocean or in factories. And these are unpredictable environment. We are talking about spotty connectivity, and there is no SRE online if something goes off. So in this situation, we could think of a solution that could handle that. That's Kubernetes. But even with Kubernetes, we have a problem that it comes with bloat. And these edge devices can't afford that because they are limited on resources. So we're going to introduce a lightweight Kubernetes distribution, which is K0s. K0s is cloud-native sandbox project now, and it's fully compliant, conformant to CNCF Kubernetes standards and specifications. There are a wide range of applications from supercomputer to data centers to small boards. So just to showcase that, what makes it so versatile, I deployed a K0s cluster with my control plane on an Azure virtual machine and my worker node on a Raspberry Pi 5. I wanted to demo it, but it's not enough time in a lightning talk. So these are the memory consumptions there, which is way less than a vanilla Kubernetes. Sorry. Yeah. So what makes K0s having these unique qualities is it comes with 3 zeros, which is zero friction, zero dependency, and zero cost. Zero friction means you need to download just one binary, and you get a full-fledged cluster running that binary. Zero dependencies mean you have this one binary which bundles everything that you need to run a full-fledged Kubernetes cluster. Zero cost means it's completely open source for personal or commercial usage. This is how I installed, K0s on my Raspberry Pi. I just need to curl K0s binary. I'm going to install and give it a token file. Token file is basically what get from your control plane so that they are connected. And then you do a K0 start. That's all. So what do I mean by all-in-one binary? Is there is a K0s binary which bundles everything that you need to run the Kubernetes. You could think of Kubernetes services like API scheduler, and if that's a worker node, then it's a kubelet. If it's a controller, then etcd, any controller runtime that you want in a worker node, etc. And that all of these is supervised by one K0s binary. And there is another thing, which is we have this architectural separation between controller nodes, and the worker nodes. So you could be running your controller node, let's say, on a VM, or on your laptop, whatever it would be, and worker node could be behind firewall on a Raspberry Pi or on the bottom of the ocean, doesn't matter. And they still communicate seamlessly. So this is a real-world use case. So that's my colleague Prashant, and that's a submersible buoy near the coast of Mauritius. It has a Raspberry Pi with K0s installed in it, and it's using NAS for messaging to a control plane which is somewhere on mainland. It collects the coral and algae data from the bottom of the ocean. And yes, with K0s, you get batteries included. So these are the services that run by default, but you are not limited to it. You can swap any stack of your choice. It could be a different container runtime. It could be a different networking stack. or it could be a different data store. You have HCD, then we also support SQLite through Kine. And there are some anonymous telemetry data which shows that there are close to 600,000 clusters which are deployed K0s clusters. And when you have such huge amount of clusters, you get into this problem of Kubernetes sprawl problem, where you have to manage multiple clusters. So for that, we have a large K0s ecosystem. You have tools like Cosmotron. So you could be running your control plane as a pod in a different Kubernetes cluster with it. Or you can use Quadrant, where you just need one Kubernetes cluster to manage rest of your tens and hundreds of clusters. All right, so that's all about today. These are my socials, if you want to connect. I'm around to chat.